Welcome to Quality for Growth podcast. My name is Clara, your host. I am super excited today because I've got somebody really amazing in the house. And this person really, I'm happy about what she's doing on the market. And I know many of you would want to see the other side of her. And who are we talking about here? We're talking about Miss Bombshell. You know her as an artist. We know her as a business person. And we want to bring out the business aspect to you. Miss Bombshell, you're welcome to this
Thank
podcast.
you so much for having me on this
Great to
podcast.
have you.
I'm really
You look
humbled.
beautiful. You look amazing.
Thank you. You look beautiful
Isn't
too.
it? Thank you.
Yes. I'm here checking out your heels.
Isn't
like,
it?
Wow.
Oh my God. I'm loving this. I wish I could do this for work. But yeah. When I join you.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely. So a little bit about you, Miss Bombshell. How did you come up? How does the name Bombshell come before we can get to the...
How does the name Bombshell come? So I grew up in a family full of artists, like not just musical artists. There's artists who draw, people in the different types of artistry. So growing up, this is amongst my uncles who I grew up with. I always used to have big hair, natural big hair.
Really?
So every time I showed up, yes, they would always tell me stuff like, you look like you stepped on a bomb.
Or like it was puffy.
Yeah, because it was always up like
Oh,
puffy
wow.
afro, and
I
I
love
loved
that.
it.
Yes.
And they started calling me Bomb.
Wow.
Bomb, Bomb, Bomb. And that's how the name began to be
Fantastic.
Bomb. And when I got older, I came across the meaning of Bombshell. I was like, why don't I just call myself Bombshell? Because ever since I was a kid, I just wanted to be in the limelight.
Absolutely.
I wanted to do music. I wanted to do media. That was my thing.
Wow.
It wasn't something that... And what's funny is, it's not like I watched it on TV. I think it's having the likes of the people in my family who happen to be in the music.
Yeah.
And they're also arts, they're artists, like I say, in different types of lines of arts.
Yeah.
I also have people who are very in the serious limelight, like, the judges, the
judges and yes,
all of those.
Yeah.
So all that plays a role in my life. But every time I would go to school, my friends would be asked stuff like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
They'll be like, I want to be a doctor. I have nothing against that. God bless the doctors.
Absolutely.
But for me, I'll just be like, I want to be a star.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing the way you put it. You knew from the onset that you just want to be a star. You want to be in the limelight.
No, I just want to be a star.
You just want to be a star.
I just want to do everything that involves
and I think
media.
It's beautiful. It looks beautiful on you.
Thank
I
you
think
so
it's
much.
literally like it's you.
It's embedded in my soul. I
Absolutely.
strongly believe it's a gift from God.
Wow.
So even when I get backlash, I always just, obviously when you get the backlash, people say negative things about you. Because I remember growing up and, not growing up actually, when I just got on the lights, like in the limelight, I had dropped a song and someone on Twitter was like, what is it, when you get like headphones and put them in the bin, what does that remind you of? And somebody tagged me, like Bombshell's music.
Really?
And when I saw that, I was so hurt. But then I don't know, every time I would feel like I want to give up, you'd find there'd be a message in my inbox from a fan telling me, you inspire me so much. Your deep voice and whatnot.
Exactly.
I remember going to the studio and they're telling me that, no, we want you to tone down on your voice. I said, no.
Like, how am I going to do that?
This is a gift from God. Like
that.
my voice is God.
Yes.
And unless he doesn't want it.
Yes.
But if God blesses you with a gift and you open it and you decide to give it to the world, he will do his furthermost to make sure it shines and it's in. That's how I kept pushing.
Absolutely. And I mean, how do you talk about your upbringing? Especially that you already knew you are an artist from the onset, which is very rare. Actually, we have to thank God for that because a lot of people pray. To get to know what their gift is. But there you are.
That is very true.
Yeah.
What's sad is there's so many people who are doing stuff like they're studying things they don't even love. So for me, like no matter how tired I get, the fact that I love what I do, I'll wake up the next day. If we're going to sleep at 4 in the morning and I'm told you have to be on set by 6, I'm getting up because I love what to do. What I do, so it's my drive.
Yes.
And
that is what moved me and particularly our team to be able to have Michelle on the program. Why? Because we realize that you're not only an artist, and this is why we need to know a little bit about your upbringing. Did somebody keep pushing you, inspire you from the onset, to say, okay, since you already know that you want to be an artist, this is a route you're supposed to take and, keep pushing. I can imagine a 5-year-old, 8 years, 10 years.
3.
Would it take us through that journey? 3.
Yes.
Oh, boom.
Okay, so I was actually just told this story recently by my mom's young sister. Because when I grew up, I just remember a little bit of some glimpse of like loving Shalamwana.
Yes.
So apparently, my grandfather used to get her record. And I remember because back in the day, it was the record.
It was a record.
He would put that up and tell me, Catholic thing. He speaks Catholic thing. And he'll tell me tight.
Tight.
Yamba polomba kuvina. I'll start dancing. And then he'll tell me now sing along to Shalamana.
Wow.
And I'll be there. What do you want, Minnie? What do you want? And I'll be dancing. So
that.
from the time I was 3, it was just in me. My grandfather started it, and he'd tell us to shimmy.
Yes,
Of,
you know,
them singing along, and they would dance at the village, and I would be so amazed, like, wow.
So you like a so born out of music.
Out of music.
This is what I feel from you speaking, because see, my father plays a guitar. My younger sister sings and plays a guitar. I have nothing to do with that. I'm busy fighting with papers. Yes.
That's right. You're a businesswoman.
Absolutely. But you should see me dancing to the music. I'm an R&B person.
Crazy.
Natural R&B. So this is why I wanted some sound in here. I've got a son who actually is a musician. He sings. He's been rapping from childhood.
Okay.
I think he's in the audience somewhere. You get to meet him.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. So I'm looking at a 10-year-old who has been bringing up, in his mind, in her mind, that I just want to be an artist.
Just want to be an artist.
And you continue growing, 15 years, 20 years. Would you tell me a little bit about your secondary school life? How was it? Because I want to relate and see. At that point, you didn't feel like, okay,
no.
Do I want to feel
it never ever felt like I wanted to change. So, school education is important. Though, I mean, when I was there, I felt like, why am I in school?
Why am I even
I should just be in musical school, rap school or something, acting school.
Yes.
But I now see the reason why I had to go through school. I mean, I would be in the business aspect, you understand?
Yes.
Because even when I was in school, I would still do the variety shows. I'd go rap there.
Yes. I was one of the organizers. Yeah.
Oh, wow, you see? I would design outfits. I would model. I would go do mime to certain songs, dance like Cisco or
yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I remember Cisco.
And Cleo, we were in school together.
Oh,
so
really?
both of us would just say, dude, we want to be rappers.
Yeah.
And
Cleo
it's stuck through.
Ice Cream,
Cleo Ice Cream, yes. And it's stuck through. So, for me, it all goes back to the bone,
Yes.
I mean, again, my aunt told me that my mother loved to listen to music while she was pregnant with me. I've got my grandfather who inspired me with Shalamwana.
Yeah.
I've got my uncles who were into rap music, like heavy rap. Randy MC, DMX, MC Light, all those guys. So when I'd be around them, they would listen to that rap music. They'd make me dress up in baggy stuff. I'd wear one ring when posing in the pictures. I'll be like,
you'll be like, doing
like, I actually have pictures where I'm there, like, and they're there, like, hey, pose, and my uncle Frank, like, yeah, that's how we do it. His name is Uncle John.
How about doing a movie out of that? That would be beautiful.
That would make a whole lot of sense.
That's amazing.
So growing up in all of that, and then when I got older, I had an uncle. His name is Carlos Banks. He actually had a music studio, like a studio. And when he had that studio, there was another cousin of mine who could rap.
Yes.
And I would always tell him, Uncle Carlos, I want to rap. I want to be there. He was like, no, you're not ready.
You're not ready.
Yeah. He was like, you're not ready. And I was like, come on. And I felt so hurt.
At what age were you at the time?
I think I was about 12 or 11.
About 11?
Yeah, about 11. And I told him, I want to enter this studio. It was called Cypher Studios. And here is an uncle of mine, his dad's young brother. He owns a studio. And he tells me no. Because, when usually people see you to be where you at like today, they'll think it's just been easy. It's like been a walk in a park.
Absolutely.
It was not a walk in a park at all.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I had an uncle who had a studio, and he told me no.
You can't.
And I think that's the no he gave me. I'm going to prove to this man that I can do it on my own.
I love that spirit. And I know somebody's listening. Yes, that is how you come back to.
I mean, I remember my grandmother one time meeting me, the judge. She told me, if this is the side, like the route you've decided to take, I want you to know that you have to do your best. You come from a very big name.
Yes, of course.
You cannot hold or back down.
Look at that.
You gotta work hard.
A whole lot of load on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Where do you think
and I had to prove myself. But when people see you, they'll just think, oh, maybe she did this to get herself to the top, or she did that, or whatever. I had to work hard, heavily hard, to be where I am today.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And congratulations to that.
Thank you very much.
Because I think if there's something that I love is your kind of music.
Oh, thank you.
I will talk about that. I love it. The other time I was listening to it, your music is deep. Your music is something that actually comes from the soul.
100%.
And
100%.
absolutely, you are a woman that is growing in it. It actually shows that you're actually literally growing in it. It's not like you gone to the top and down.
No.
But for you, it's like you actually
I
growing
keep
in it.
pushing.
You
I
keep
keep
pushing and
pushing.
growing in it.
I keep pushing.
And
And I'm not going to stop pushing.
Which one was the first song that you think put you on the limelight?
Okay, the first ever song that put me on the limelight was The Berg that I did with
Berg,
J
yes.
Roxa.
Yes,
I
I
had
saw
put
that.
billboards all over the
Yes.
place.
Yeah,
I think
wow.
by then, even in the marketing industry, people were not yet doing billboards like I did.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
Yes.
I'd be proud to say I kind of
Absolutely.
inspired people to start putting billboards up.
Put up billboards.
I really put
Especially the
billboards.
artists, yes.
Yes. And then afterwards they were like, wait, is this a movie or what? So I feel that's the one that put me on the
Yes,
market,
yes.
on the scenes. But I had done music prior to that.
Yeah, of course.
But that specific one with J Rocks really,
Is the one that actually could have set the tone. So far, so good. How do you feel about the whole thing? I know it's been embedded in you. You've been
is.
running the road, and truly you're doing an amazing work.
Thank you
how
very
do you
much.
feel about, so far, how far you have gone? That you're linked now to the business aspect.
The business aspect, to be honest, is not even something I ever thought would ever even fall into
Isn't it?
line with my
Wow.
career. To be honest, yes.
Yeah.
Because when I started, it was just rap. In my mind, it was just thinking, I just want to be a rapper.
That's all.
I'm just going to be going and busting flows. Like,
Yes.
fumukazi,
Fumukazi,
you know what I mean?
boom,
Like,
yes.
that's all I thought.
Yeah.
And then COVID came. I am not trying to say good to COVID, but I think God used that line for COVID to actually make me become a brand that I am today.
You can say that again.
And also just how I carry myself.
Yes.
Like, I'm not a person, I've learned to differentiate between Bombshell and Walia.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah,
There's
yeah.
two different people
Yeah,
here.
actually, I wanted to get to that. Like, how do you differentiate the artist Bombshell and one who's a
Yes.
brand ambassador to the reason why we actually sitting here and trying to see the marination of these two different
The,
things?
the
and how-
differences,
yes.
right? Okay, so should I get to that or should I get to the brand first?
Get to that, and then
The
get to the
difference.
brand. Yes.
Okay, so when I began being Bombshell, okay,
Yes.
there's a time I trended over some really stupid stuff.
Would you want to share that, or you don't?
Yeah,
like,
sure, not a problem. I mean, it's even on it's
everywhere.
It's on Google. If you get
Isn't
there,
it?
they'll probably get there.
Yeah.
So there's a song I was dropping titled X-Bars. We're working on
okay,
it with me and J Rocks.
It rings in my mind. Yeah.
Yes. I'm
Yes.
sure you might know him.
Yes.
Might know it. So one of my managers was like, we need to get this song. Let's market it in a way that people start thinking that, because apparently in the ghetto,
Yes.
X-Bars means a porn video.
Oh yeah.
And that time, there was certain artists who were trending over porn
Over
videos.
movies. Yes.
Yeah, they
porn
had done
videos
some
that are-
porn
yes,
videos, yeah.
Yes.
So he was like, let's get a picture of you in lingerie, and then we should post it and put X-Bars. Because when people in the ghetto see this, they'll be like, oh my God, maybe there's about to be a video
yes.
dropping
So
on
most of them
Bombshell.
will go to it.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
So
It shows
I
you the
was
mindset.
like,
Yeah.
Me in a lingerie outfit?
Yeah.
I'm not about that life.
Yes.
So that's when this other guy goes, no, you know what? It's easy, don't worry. Since you don't like to do such pictures, what we can do is let's get somebody's body on the internet.
Yes.
Then we're going to Photoshop your face on
Yes.
that body. So this guy goes, I've got a perfect body. He gets
Yes.
this girl's body, puts my face on it. I had no idea who this woman was.
my God.
And there we went, posted on social media.
My
oh
God.
my God. My picture went blowing crazy.
Oh,
Like people
my
were
God.
loving it. Like, wow, we're seeing her body. She never shows her body.
And
so people were
I love that. Can you imagine how
saying.
you can actually be delusioned and you think you're seeing this person's body and it's
Now,
not her?
here is what happens.
Yes.
Somebody goes and says, no, wait, this is not her.
Yeah.
I know this body.
Yeah.
This body belongs to a certain lady in the States, and she's a basketballer's wife.
Wow.
He brought that picture and put it together with mine. My goodness.
Tell me.
It broke the internet.
It broke the internet.
Name it, not
Yes.
just Zambia.
Yes.
The States, the same lady even
Yes,
came
they
across
looked at
it.
it.
She even wrote about it. She came on social media. She's like,
Wow.
oh my God. She even had to steal my hair.
I love that.
And this, I think that was for me a realization.
Yeah.
To say I can't have my brand being associated with some things like that. But from the negative, there was positive that came from that.
Yes,
I got
yes,
American fans. I got fans from the UK.
Yes.
It was global.
It was global.
We reached out to her
Yeah.
because I got worried. I was like, okay, maybe I'll get sued. Zambians were going in. Like,
Can you imagine?
the negative
I can
comments.
imagine.
That also made me strong.
Yes.
I would sit when I just get on my phone my page is just flocking with negativity.
Negativity.
That's what they could say.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we reached out to her and she was like, no, it's fine. I mean, here in the States, people go crazy.
People
They
go
do
crazy
things like
about
this.
it. We
As long as she's not making money from my image,
Yes.
that's fine.
Yes.
And for me, that just made me calm down.
Yes.
I took a drive to my farm. Went there, I had to think. I love nature.
Yes, of course.
And then when I got back, I said, you know what? From this, it's either it's gonna break me,
Yes.
or it's
Or
gonna,
it's gonna
fit
make me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or it's gonna just make me go.
That is a strong woman's mindset.
Thank you.
Yes, that's a
And
Fumukazi mindset, isn't it?
Fumukazi mindset.
Yes.
And then I just said, it's time to blow.
Yes.
It's time to go.
Yes.
I let the people talk. I
Yeah.
said, that's good. It's actually nice to know what people think about
Absolutely.
me. Because not everybody's always going to praise me.
Absolutely.
You know, they
Not
say the
everybody's
teeth.
cup of tea.
Yeah, they're just mafupa.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know.
the crocodile teeth.
Yes.
People will smile at
They'll
you and
smile
stuff,
at
but
you
you
and
don't know
that.
what they think.
True.
And immediately a bombshell is dropped, they are ready to talk.
Yes.
So from then, we dropped the video. That's when people understood.
Yes.
And I feel like that's still one of my biggest songs. So people now understood what was behind the whole thing. I did a show, people showed up because they're like, maybe she's not proud of herself.
Yeah.
That's why she photoshopped her body.
Her body
I
and
was just
put
like,
another
whatever.
person's.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
I know what it
Of
is.
course.
They came, they saw me, whatever. I came, I conquered, and
Yes.
I'm here today.
And there you are.
And from that, it made me now see that I need to differentiate between Walia and Bombshell. So I give people Bombshell.
Yes.
Walia is a different.
He's a different person
A
altogether.
whole different person.
Absolutely.
I'm a crazy person. I crack jokes. I'm goofy.
Yes.
I know that kind of stuff. I'm a mother. I'm a firstborn. I'm a wife. There's all those things.
Absolutely.
So I always have to differentiate between
Yes.
those. And I
Yes.
loo doing that. And it's automatic. I don't even feel
Absolutely.
stressed.
Absolutely.
You find that
I can
times
relate.
I'll go in a mall and I'm
Yes.
with my daughter or my
Yes.
husband. Then people move up to me and they're like, hey, can we take a picture? I actually get confused. I'm
You
like,
get
wait,
confused. Like, which photo they're talking?
and then I'm like, oh, snap.
Then you realize that they're talking about
Bombshell.
Bombshell. Oh, come on, lady, you had to follow.
Like
It's a
catch up,
family
catch
time,
up.
catch up,
Yes, yes. And obviously, I switch on like real
Yes,
quick, and
absolutely.
we take our pictures
Yes.
and we move. And you find times my daughter will be like, "Mama, why do people go crazy when they see you?" And I'm like, "I have to explain."
I have to
"Oh,
explain
I'm
it,
Bombshell." And she's like,
yes.
"No, I want to be like you when I grow up." I'm like, "Nope, you're gonna make your own decisions.
Your own
You're not gonna
decision,
do
and you
just
wanna become
because you've seen
yourself.
this. Be yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Stay true to yourself. I'm big
Absolutely.
on that.
Yes.
yes.
That's a good teaching.
So
what
that's how.
you
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I differentiate.
Absolutely.
honestly.
I love the difference because with what you have explained, now I know the business side of you. The trip you took to nature actually opened your
Yes,
mind
it
towards,
did.
because a lot of people that are actually artists don't know how to differentiate between their singing, their
And who they
art,
are.
and the business.
Yes.
And this is where you find, like in Africa, a lot of artists actually become stuck. Not many of them can actually be brand ambassadors because even
Very true.
the companies that are looking for them are actually failing to put the difference between the
Between
two.
the two.
Yeah, so
I get
it's
it.
only when they see the difference that we know who to contact for which brand.
I get it.
You know?
I've actually never thought of that.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Now I get it.
this is how it is. And if only you can differentiate it the way you have said it, perhaps you didn't even realize it when you went out to nature. That's when
No,
a
I
lot of
did.
those
Yes, but so
good
much just
thoughts
opened
come in.
up, and I was just like, yeah, we're
Isn't
gonna
it?
do this.
Isn't it?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So what was your first brand? I know that we are speaking to you today because you actually the brand ambassador for Umoyo, our favorite
100%.
Umoyo, and the award-winning
I
Umoyo
love
products.
it. Yeah,
And
I love
congratulations for that, Michelle.
Thank you, thank you,
Congratulations.
thank you,
It's
thank
not an easy thing, especially
it's
that
not.
you up to natural products. We will get to that.
Natural product.
What was your first brand that you
I'm
actually
trying to think what was
presented?
my first brand.
Yeah.
It was actually Tanqueray,
Oh, wow.
the vodka.
The vodka.
And they contacted me all the way from the UK.
I saw that.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
absolutely.
my
Amazing.
first ever brand to
Yeah.
come through to me and tell me, we want to work with you.
Yeah.
And again, I'm confused. Like, okay, how did this people? And they're like, no, we just love how you present yourself, how your social
yeah.
media is laid out, how you talk when you're on your social media.
Yes.
We listen to your music and your voice. And I'm
Yes.
like, oh, there's the bin voice
Absolutely.
that somebody tagged me saying when I hear her voice makes me think of the bin.
Can you
And
imagine?
Here, yes, and
Can
here
you
we go.
imagine?
These people are like, when we searched you on YouTube, we're just like, we love her voice.
Absolutely.
So it was Tanqueray,
Wow.
gin.
That was amazing as well.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was really amazing.
Thank you.
After that, you moved and you've been a brand ambassador for Umoyo.
You don't-
products,
you won't believe the story for Umoyo,
The
like-
water seems to be one of your favorite. Can you take us a little bit about that?
It's one of my favorite. I feel like it makes me stay forever young.
Absolutely. I love it. And I think true to that. True to
I
that.
stay true to my brand.
Yes.
Like Umoyo is Like, I want to be with Umoyo forever.
Yeah.
Like I say, I love nature.
Yeah.
So with me loving nature, I love natural things.
Absolutely.
Growing up, I don't know. My grandma would always make this to my medicine, like, yeah,
Mwanko
I think that's why I grew up thinking, just knowing that
Yes.
I think natural stuff is the best
It's the
way.
best way to
I
go.
have nothing against with the medication that they make.
Yeah,
but
the
I always
conservative
believe
ones, yes.
there's always like that.
The conventional medicines,
The side effects
Yes.
and whatnot. But when it comes to natural stuff, there's
Yeah.
really no side effects.
Absolutely.
I suffer from anxiety.
Isn't it?
I go just drink like even a whole 500 mils, it all goes away of alkaline water.
Wow.
There's one time I was shooting something right there at Umoyo, and I told the guy I was shooting with, I'm like, I think I've just got an attack. He's like, are you serious? Do you want to sit down? I'm like, just give me water. Give me the alkaline water.
And they gave you the alkaline water.
500 mils. I downed it like whoop.
Really?
And it was gone.
Wow.
Gone.
Did that calm you down?
It did. The alkaline water.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it just came me down and I was fine. And we shot the ad and it's right there on their page.
Absolutely.
And
That's
you
amazing.
don't even know that this person actually had
Was
an attack.
actually,
At that point.
that moment.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So I'm so big on natural stuff, like even their kombucha when you're feeling sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go on and on.
On their
but
products.
personally, being a brand ambassador for Mo, it's not even just about advertising them. It's the fact that I'm also into this product.
The products
I'm
that
passionate
Umoyo
about them.
produces, yes.
And this is a thing that I'm always even telling everybody that I work with, that when I'm working with you, I'm not just working with you because I'm your brand ambassador or
Yes,
whatever.
yes.
I do these things with a passion.
With a passion.
I take it like it's my own. So I say, Umoyo is mine.
Yes.
What would I do?
What would I
So
do?
even when they tell me, can you help us advertise this? I'm advertising it with a passion.
passion.
Not just to advertise.
Yes.
Even when my fans see it, they know that this woman is invested in this. It's part of her.
Yeah.
I can't
And
drink
because
any
I've
other
seen
water.
A number of your videos, actually, I've seen a number of
I always
Umoyo
add,
products in there.
yeah, because
You
I
always
really
have
want
them.
people to take part of taking Umoyo. These products
I wish
save
many brand
lives.
ambassadors can be like that. I mean, that's fantastic.
I guess they'll be learning time to time. I feel like a lot of people tend to just think of the money.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just about the money, because even out of all this, I'm also learning something for
Absolutely,
myself. One day I could
absolutely.
own something
Yes,
of my own. You know what I mean?
absolutely. That's the spirit.
Yeah.
That is the spirit. And that brings me to something that I wanted to ask. How you actually accept to be a brand ambassador for some products. Do you look at the quality, aspect of it, like the quality of the product that they want you to actually represent?
Uh-huh.
How do you just choose to say, okay, I want to associate myself with this because one, the product is of high quality, or two, I think the product is actually true. It resonates with me, like you just said. How do you choose? Because I think out of these conversations that we're having, many companies may actually want to come up and say, okay, we want to have you as a brand ambassador for this, or we want you to present this. How do you choose
Exactly.
when it comes to the quality of their products and stuff?
I think, to be honest, I thank God that majority of the brands that come to me, usually I think they do a back check on me.
Yeah.
So you
Isn't it?
find that they would come to me and say, oh no, we've seen that you're for this, you're for women, you're for...
yeah.
Because when like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
album that I dropped 2 years ago now,
Yeah.
I was about the women.
Yeah.
I was calling women queens, which I'm
Yes.
still calling every woman
Absolutely,
a queen. I
absolutely.
believe every woman is Mfumukazi.
Is Mfumukazi,
Yes,
yes.
because other people feel like I can only call myself Mfumukazi or a queen if I come from a royal family.
no.
Or if I'm a boss chick from
Yes,
somewhere,
from
whatever.
somewhere, yes.
You're a woman, you're a superwoman. That
Yes.
makes you a queen automatically. The day you're just born as a woman, you're a
Women,
queen.
you hear that. That's amazing. That's fantastic.
exactly
Yes.
how I take it.
Yes.
So you find like there's Aru Cosmetics who I also work with.
Yes.
They said we approached you because you're about the women.
You're about
and
the
our
women.
brand is about the women.
Wow.
And our brand is about empowering Zambians,
Yes.
especially Zambian women. They took
Yes.
me to their factory. I saw them actually having the majority of their workers were women.
Well, women.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
so
amazing.
that's how they got me on that brand.
Wow.
So majority is like, even Tanqueray, you see,
Yes,
I told
Tanqueray
you, they
was
said
this, yes.
they saw my page. Apart from Tanqueray, there's Guinness.
Yes.
They had me their advert for the Premier League.
Yeah.
I was that advert for 3 years. They said they loved my
They
voice.
loved your
They did a
voice.
back check again.
Wow.
So majority of these always come with a back check. So even when they give it to me, they're like, we've seen you for this. I don't even say, okay, what are you guys talking about? Let's
Yes,
see your brand.
let's see your brand,
I
yeah.
already feel it already falls
It
in line.
resonates. They've
It
done their
resonates,
research.
yes, with
Yes.
what I believe in. I'm
Yes.
about the girl child. I'm about the women.
That's
Big shout out to
fantastic.
the men. I'm not saying
Absolutely.
No,
The men,
no,
you're
no
not
pun
left out.
intended. But the honest truth is that the world is so much focused on men.
Yeah.
But I want women to know that they are powerful beings.
Absolutely.
We create life.
We do.
Come on.
Actually, we do.
You understand?
Like, if you want to see now, there's a research that is even done in the professional circle. Do you see the number of women CEOs that are actually running
Thank you.
very big
I've got a
institutions?
bunch of them in my family,
Absolutely.
which I'm so proud of.
So, true true to your word.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I'm really trying to be out there. And I mean, I have a whole bunch of followers on my social media. Why can't I reach out in a positive way?
Absolutely.
And like always just us talking about bling, wearing Gucci.
Yes.
Fine, I wear designers. I love to dress up. I'm not going to hold back
That's
on
good.
that.
And I love
to
that as
bling.
well. Yes. You can't
I
take
love
it
to
over.
bling.
That's true.
But let's talk about reality of
Yes.
life. There's a girl child out there who's 4 years old or 5 or 6, I don't know,
Yeah.
who I might just be inspiring.
Yes.
Why can't I tell her something positive by telling her, you are a queen?
You are a queen.
You need to work hard. You don't need to go on the road or make yourself look in a certain way to get a man to sponsor you or whatever.
Imagine.
You start with
My language,
yourself.
I've struggled for years to bring up that language. I am also for the women. And I love, and maybe using this forum, we will talk about some of the other women networks that we actually support, that we actually partner with.
Okay.
Because of that.
Okay.
Because that's a message that we need to put
We
across to the
really
people.
need to
And
put
you
it
as
out.
an artist, and being now a brand ambassador of so many other
Yes.
beautiful brands, somebody out there, a girl of 15 years old, and they're thinking, if I am a musician, because we've heard a lot of parents telling their children to say, if you become an artist, there's no money in being an artist.
Because they just
but
think,
where's your head if there's no
where,
money?
Exactly. Where is your head?
Where's your head?
What are you thinking?
What are you
I'm a brand. I'm a business.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Like I said, I never thought it would fall in line into that.
Look at that.
But just everything just came into place. I mean, I was there thinking, I just want to be on the billboards. I just
Yeah.
want to be on magazines. I just want to be on TV.
Yeah.
And look what happens.
Look what
I'm
happened
finding
after.
myself as a businesswoman.
Look at that.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's all within yourself.
Absolutely.
And we have the keys to our success. It's not about the next person, it's you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your modeling career. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How far did it go?
Well, you know what? I feel like my modeling career still, I mean, the first time ever that I found myself in modeling is when
Yeah.
I became Miss All Schools.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
way years back.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
always confusing people on social media about my age. So I'm
Yes.
just going to say that
Yes, of
way
course.
years
Yeah.
back.
We leave that.
Thanks to alkaline water, it
Absolutely.
makes me
Keeps you
stay young.
younger. Yes, thanks to more your products. Yes.
So I became that, and I felt also because I love designing. I've
Yes.
just not gone into that department, but
Absolutely.
I can literally help people dress up. I can design an
Wow.
outfit. There are times I even come up with that. I'll
Wow.
meet a designer. I'll tell her I want my outfit to be like that,
To be
and
this
she'll
way
find
and
they
that
also
way.
add in. Say, okay, why don't we also add this? Like I've
Yeah.
worked with a lady called Doti by Donalia.
Yes.
We'll do things together. So there's also that side of me. So my modeling career really is not something that I took very high,
Seriously, yes.
but it still taught me about
Yes.
loving myself. Because if you're gonna be a model, even just being an artist,
Yes.
you are a model.
You're a model.
You
really,
understand?
because There's a certain way you present yourself before
Exactly.
people.
Yeah,
and
I'm a
yeah.
model. So
Yes.
away from walking on the you know
On the runway,
highway, on
yes.
the runway or whatever, being me, being
Yeah.
Bombshell already is a model.
Yes.
And it's fallen in as well with the way I have confidence in myself,
Yes.
loving myself,
Yes.
staying true to myself.
Staying true to yourself.
Exactly. Being
Yeah.
confident,
Yes.
being a model adds in that because you can't be a model and you're not confident. Learning how to talk, all of that, like compose yourself, think through before you speak. You understand?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
make whoever is interviewing you comfortable.
Comfortable,
there's certain
yes.
people, you're interviewing the person, you've asked them this question, they're answering.
The
this.
answer in the other
You're
one.
just like, oh,
And you're thinking, oh my God, like, how are we going to spend our 15 minutes here?
I mean, we should
I
all
love that.
enjoy it.
Yes.
So being a model still all falls in line with all that, especially being like authentic.
Yes.
And just being true to myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that people that look at you and still see the model in you.
I guess.
I see it. I tried a few times and I won up to all the way to college. And
Oh, nice.
I always tell my children that and they keep laughing. Say, Mom, when are you going to get over that?
No, never get
And you know,
over it.
we
Talk
never
about
get
it.
over it.
Even to your
because you see, this is what
great-grandkids.
we were getting our confidence from the runway. And
Exactly.
even up until now, I love
Exactly.
heels because of that.
You
and
see?
you know, it's because of, so it shaped me into who I am. I've
Exactly.
walked into meetings and people say, we've never seen Missy people wearing anything else apart from this. There's
You
a certain
see
way
that.
that they know you.
Confidence.
So you actually right about that. And that is something that I love about how you have presented yourself as a brand ambassador.
Thank
Not
you.
only for these other brands, but also for the Zambian brand, Umoyo, which
Yes.
we should be proud of.
Yes.
And just a little bit about, Quality for Growth podcast. Here we are up to promoting the quality of the products and the services that this country is offering to
I
the
love
general
that.
populace.
I love
that
that.
other people from other countries can actually look at us and say, wow,
They
these
actually
people have
this.
actually
Yes.
grown in terms of
Yes.
the quality that
Very
of service
much.
that they're offering
Really
and whatever
have.
it is that they're standing for. And that being the case, what is the future like with regards your brands, I know recently that Moyo actually told us, we had a CEO on this platform who told us that you've actually come up with a new, warehouse. You built a new warehouse, and that is fantastic.
That
as
is
Moyo.
big. I mean,
what are the plans as a brand ambassador for that? Like, do you want to just give us a little bit of what do we expect?
Okay, there's a whole lot that I'm planning when it comes to Omoyo,
Yeah.
which I can't review just
Of
yet.
course.
Yes, I think I told you a little bit of a glimpse
it,
just
yeah.
here. So that is also something part of the future plans that
Isn't
I
it?
have with them. I'm trying to put that side of my life with them, which
Yes.
I've never done, but I'm ready to put it with them. And she knows as well. I'm sure if she watches this show, she will know exactly what
Absolutely,
I'm talking about.
she will.
So that's a future plan. I think when I even do it, I'll tag you guys and say, this is exactly what I was talking
Absolutely.
about.
Absolutely.
And also,
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's all about also just, getting better and better as time goes by.
Yes.
I can't really point out to say this is that and that and that, but it's about getting better.
Yes.
You can't always do the same things all the time. You understand?
Absolutely.
You have to keep your
Absolutely.
people entertained. You have to keep them glued.
Yes.
What is this all about? And like I said also, it's not about just the money.
Yes.
Whatever product that you are investing in and letting people know about, they have to know that even with you, it's embedded in you.
embedded in you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's not just you talking about it.
Yes.
You believe in it. You're using it.
Yes.
You're trying it.
You're
You're
trying
investing it. So
With your eyes closed, you can actually present it. Isn't it?
Yes, even in my sleep.
Yes.
I'll talk about it in my dream. So there's
Absolutely.
all of that. And with the future comes with that. We need to continue letting people know about the beauties of the products and how Zambia is just lacquer.
You can say that
Our
again.
Zambian products.
Yes.
We are growing.
Yeah.
Let's become global.
Absolutely.
Not just Africa, global. Let
Let's be
everybody know
global. Yes.
about the naturalness that Zambia holds. There's so much beauty here.
In the products that we have.
Exactly.
In Zambia.
If only we could even learn to work together, that would be beautiful.
You can say that again.
Yes.
Because a number of times, Michelle, people, especially when they're brand ambassadors for certain products, there are opportunities that may come for different brands and they don't want to share. They say, no, I don't know. They'll find their own
love
opportunities.
that. I don't even know what's that
Look at
about.
that. What's that?
I really don't know.
Have we moved from that? Do we know that networking is actually what is going to make this country actually grow?
Zambians, I've always said this on the majority of my interviews, we really don't know how to do that. I think we're very quick in just shutting each other down. Pushing each other down. And we all just think it's about me. Look at how Nigerians work.
Yes.
They push one another. Indians, it's always, I'm putting my hand down. Come up here. Come here.
Yes.
The person you brought up maybe gets higher. They also put their hand down and bring you up. And they're always bringing each other up. And that's why you find that there's certain countries that they're globally known because they've worked together as a team.
Absolutely.
It's not about pushing one another down. It's not.
And I think this is something that I would want you to emphasize. I know why I always bring that one up. I have worked in a number of institutions, both local and international ones. And having worked with different races, I know where we lack and where we really need to pull up ourselves as Zambians, especially when it comes to networking. We talk about networking, but we don't really play that one on the ground.
No, we don't.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't, because the people that actually shaped us to be where we are were foreigners. Like in my case, I'm a quality management specialist, and I've been trained by Germans. I've worked in different, countries. And I've worked also in Zambia, and I think I would want to mention on this platform that we were actually one of the people that actually came up with the prepaid electricity meters that we're using in the homes.
Wow.
Personally did the tours around Africa and back and forth, that we now have it in Zambia. But how many Zambian people can actually recognize and recommend
and say, why don't you go to this?
Yes, why don't you go and do this? Because
but they will never mention your name.
They will recommend other people, maybe a different race.
Thank you.
How are we going to move from that?
We never support one another.
How do we move? Do you have a word that would want, a thought you want to, as we speak about brands and the quality and just the teamwork in terms of bringing up our businesses to grow with the most genuine authenticity that comes with?
Like with genuineness from my heart and my soul. I just believe that I'll never stop helping. I'll never stop lending a lending hand. I'll never stop. If somebody comes to me and asks me, oh, a Bombshell, what do you use for your skin? I'm not going to tell them, oh, no, I just get water in the morning and I just wash my face and I move.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, I drink alkaline water.
Yes.
Oh, no, they've got this. Oh, no, they've got this and that. This is what I do. I do not fear in helping the next person by telling them how I go about my life. What do I do with my business?
Yes.
It's not a competition.
Yes.
You understand?
That's a word.
We are one people. we are one.
Yes.
Why not help one another?
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong in that. And that's planting a seed at the same time.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
How are you planting that seed? By helping the next person, you are planting
You
a
are
seed.
planting a
You are
seed.
watering your seed.
You are likely to benefit from that seed which you are planting.
Thank you. You never know who you're helping today.
Absolutely.
Next thing, they become the next billionaire and they're like, oh, this
Yes.
girl helped me.
Yes.
Come up.
Absolutely.
I'll never stop that.
That's fantastic. I love that. And in as much as we know that we've got different agendas, different platforms in which we help the business, a community to be able to grow in Zambia.
Yeah.
And which is the reason why we're actually sitting here.
Yes.
It's because we're trying to marry what you do, what you have already married, yourself to. You not only a musician, you're not only an artist or a rapper, you actually brand ambassador for several brands.
Yes.
And your brands are actually doing well, meaning behind you there's this big business acumen. And to do that, to grow it, this is why these networks are there, to be able to benefit from your information that you are giving us today, which we are privileged to have. And I would want to congratulate you for that.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, and please keep it up.
I will not stop.
Absolutely.
I'm so humbled to hear all this. You know
Isn't
what I mean?
it?
It
That's
helps me
fantastic.
get better even, Yeah.
We're happy to say that because we have seen that this is what it is. Now we're going to go. We've been too serious for a while. Let's do music now.
We can get on that. No problem.
I love, two songs particularly that I love, especially as a business. When I'm away from my work, I'm off the hills. I am all
You're downtown.
about, yes, I'm on R&B and I'm listening to music. And I love what you do. What you do, I think if I was to be born again,
Born again, in the brackets, not
in
the
brackets,
born
not
again.
the born again,
Yes,
but the born
yes,
again in
yes,
brackets.
yes.
I would want to come out and just be rapping like you because I love music so much.
Thank you.
My husband tells me that I love music. I can sleep with music on.
Just listening to
Yeah, I
music.
just listen to music.
Nice,
So
nice.
it's something that I love. But how you have married it to business is absolutely what you have just helped us to understand. And to all those that are actually coming up as musicians, Miss Shell is here to tell you the story that it's not only about the music that you're actually producing, it's actually about the mindset behind that
100%.
music and the value that you want to add to the brands that are going on, to the business world. So you are not just an artist, you are also a business person. Michelle, I love Mfumokazi.
Wow, you see?
Moto waya.
Wow. Thank you.
I love
Wow.
Mfumokazi, Moto waya.
Thank you so much.
That was an amazing video that you did.
Thank you so much.
And I loved it so
Thank you.
much. The
Thank you.
naturality. You tell us a little bit about that.
Again, it all comes back to just loving my Africanness,
Yes.
Embracing it. It's
Yes.
beautiful. It's my skin, it's my roots, it's my blood, it's my genes, it's everything. It's where I come from. Why not celebrate
The
it?
costumes in Mfumokazi.
That's why I was like,
Moto waya.
let's bring it.
Yes.
Let's give it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is really amazing. Was that team all Zambian or we had
No, we're all just
foreign
Zambian
inclined
teams. Yeah, it was just the whole Zambian team.
fantastic.
We all put our minds together, teamwork,
Yes,
makes the dream work.
yes.
And Vincenzo came in, featured on the song. It was brilliant.
That was amazing.
Yes.
That was really amazing.
Yeah.
The other one that still stands up until now, Fukunyuka.
Tia
Give us a man.
Okay, so here's the whole story about
Yes,
that
yes.
song. Back in the day when I'd be going to school, you'd be in the car, in the bus, not even the car, sorry. 'Cause I did go on a bus.
Yes.
Because when people see me, they just think, oh, I'm sure she just had
was-
it glamorous. I would walk, I would hike on tracks. The
Oh my
track
God,
is
you
about
can say
to
that
move.
again.
I ran to it,
Yes.
get on the track.
Yes.
So now, when you get on the bus, right, you'd find the conductor. When you're in the back, you know it. You say, "Hello, Fukunyuka."
Fukunyuka.
That stayed
I love
in
that.
my mind.
Yes.
I loved that.
Yes.
And it just made sense reading the song. Hello, Fukunyuka.
Hello, Fukunyuka.
Yes.
The person going backwards.
Yes, yes,
As a
yes,
business person, give us money.
Yes, give us
Whatever
money.
we are doing, we want to see a lot of money in the
Exactly.
country. And
Fukunyuka.
Fukunyuka will never go out of season.
No, it will never.
Always Fukunyuka.
It stays Fukunyuka as a business
Fukunyuka.
person straight.
Yes,
and that's
absolutely.
how that stayed in my mind ever since I was a kid. And now it came alive on the Fukunyuka song.
Oh my God. And the moves on that video was
Yes,
amazing.
yes.
And I was looking, I'm saying, wow, these women are really nailing it.
Yeah.
And please do keep it up. It
No, we
keeps
won't
us
stop.
moving.
I have more coming.
These people that you see, I saw the president of South Africa dancing to some song,
Yes.
This social, did you see how he was dancing?
And he was so happy. Yes,
Like,
water.
so you think these people don't dance in their offices? Let me tell you.
They
This is the
dance.
reason why we need you as brand ambassador to bring down the stress.
Oh.
So you can.
So
you
when
make
it's
the
heavy, they
universe.
just play some
Absolutely.
music and dance along.
Absolutely, this is
Yes.
fantastic. And Michelle, any last words that you'd want to tell to these three categories of people that I'm going to mention? The women, they're a certain age and they feel, I don't think there's anything that I have to do. I've faced a lot of problems, mental health, and all the things that comes to social media, especially those that are already, and believe it or not, people that are actually in high offices have a lot of mental stress. And they can't bring it out.
Stress is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Would you want to say something to that effect?
The fact that I've suffered from depression before. To start with, depression is something people need to talk about. You need to be open. I feel like in the way we live, how Zambia or Africa has been put up, usually when somebody comes up and says, oh, I want to kill myself, it would be, we are a demon. Oh, are you crazy? How can you want to kill yourself? There's somebody who has no food out there, they're not dying, but look at you, whatever. People handle stress differently.
Yes.
The best you can ever do for yourself is find somebody to talk to.
Yes.
Open up. Once you speak, you take off the load. And when you realize that you have a problem, it's a positive thing.
Yes.
You understand?
It's a positive thing.
Yes.
It means part of the problem is what?
Has been solved.
It's been solved already.
If you're an alcoholic, people are telling you, you drink too much and you're failing to stop drinking because you don't realize it yourself. You think people are bugging you.
Yeah.
But once you wake up one day and you're like, you know what? I actually do have a drinking problem. It won't stop right there. But now it's in the back of your mind. You start working towards it. So even people who are going through depression, stress, reach out to somebody. It could be a pastor, it could be a friend of yours, it could be just somebody who's not going to judge you.
Yes.
Also remember, you have to talk to somebody who's not going to go out there and start preaching your stories.
Problem.
Yes, like, but I know if you imagine.
And you can imagine, and you see her like that.
That
so
will just
imagine,
weigh you down. Yes, you need to find a confidant that you can talk to.
Absolutely.
Talking is one of the best medications to depression.
Yeah.
It really helps. Open up.
Absolutely.
That's the word I can say, open up. For me, I have my ways that I deal with it. Talking to God really helps me.
Yes.
I have my husband, I
Prayer.
have my daughter. She gives me so much joy.
Yes.
You need to find those things. Music. I love being in the car.
Oh
if
my
you see me driving, it's like a
You
club.
can say that again.
They'll be like, this girl, I really don't care.
Okay.
It's my medication. I have my alkaline water. I have my work.
Yes.
When I go to Umoyo, it's like I'm in a whole dream space. Like I'm living my dream.
Yes.
Even when I'm doing those lives, I'm giving away products. I'm just so happy.
You're
I'm
happy because you know what they do.
Yes, yes. So find that thing that gives you joy. Stick to it. Continue. Trust me, it doesn't work one day. Depression is just like a whole thing where you're in a bright room like this, but there's darkness on you. Eventually, slowly, it starts going away. Once you find that thing, it cannot be what I do.
True.
Everybody has
their
that
own.
one thing that they love.
Yeah.
Focus on that.
Yeah.
Talk. Speak out. There's so many lives we're losing today, all because people failed to talk. They felt, if I open up, I'll be judged. And before you know it, oh no, an aspire and things like that.
Yes.
And we're so quick to judge.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
But because maybe this person one time opened up to somebody and that person judged them. And what happened? This person went on and took their life. It's really sad.
Yes.
But we need to work on more places and just,
where people can open up.
People can easily open up. I mean, I love it. There are times people come to my platform and open up because on Royal Click, I spoke about how I'm also very big on teenage pregnancy.
And I wanted to get to that actually. It's actually one of the things.
Yes, you see, I'm very big on that. I had a sister who had a child. She got pregnant when she was 14 and I helped her through. She had a lot of people talking trash on her. They were weighing her down. But I told her, I said, baby girl, the fact is now you're bringing a life to this earth. You understand?
Yeah.
You need to find beauty in it. And she found so much beauty in it. She still continued going to school. She graduated. Now she's a professional chef. She's a model. She's an actress. She's part of Royal Click. She's doing great things for herself. You understand? And I stood by her. For me, that's big.
Yes.
It's golden. Yes, money is beautiful.
Money is beautiful.
But just being the fact that I can help somebody overcome
survive and
survive, yes, and
situation.
still go and conquer the world and be a graduate. That's huge. And I'm ready to help out even more people out there.
And that is why I think we're created. Your assignment, actually. You can leave your assignment behind.
Yes, I can.
Your assignment is absolutely, as you are a brand ambassador, you actually ministering to the people. In one way or the other, you actually ministering to the people. Without a doubt.
Yes.
And so that is part of your assignment.
Yes.
And talking about Royal Click, when are we seeing the next
There'll be
season?
more to come.
We want to see a lot of, and I'm making a request that we see a lot of business aspects on the on this one.
We're going to have more business aspects, yes.
I'm looking forward. I watched the last season. And
you
it was
did?
amazing. I did.
Okay.
It was amazing. It was fantastic. And please keep it up. Don't let that dream go down.
No, it will not. Like, remember, I went to the farm and that was the beginning of everything. It continues. If I need to go more to the farm, I love seeing waters running, the grass, everything.
Absolutely.
Gets back.
That's amazing, And there's also a category that I would want you to conclude with as you wind up. Is a young man who is an artist, and And this young man is a rapper, and he feels, I think I'm growing. Do you grow out of rapping or music, or do you
You know what? I feel like if it's your passion, you can never grow out of
Isn't
it.
it?
No. Maybe you may just like, for me, right? The fact that I've become a mother now, I feel like there's a certain time I can't always be jumping on stage and shaking my bums and stuff
Yes,
like that.
yes.
Obviously,
Yeah,
now starts
obviously,
becoming
yes.
like,
Of course.
we're in Africa. At the end
Of
the
course,
day.
I get it.
We need to understand. I can't
The
be a Beyonce.
Mfumukazi, African
has to
Mfumukazi
stand.
comes in.
We're not Beyonce.
Yes.
We can't be on stage doing stuff like
Absolutely.
that. So the music aspect continues, but
Yes.
I start beginning to become a different
Look at
brand.
that. How you have
You
become,
understand?
actually.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
slowly but surely you branch off, but
Yeah.
it stays there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we sip our alkaline water here?
Please.
I think I'm thirsty. I need some of them. As you continue, please don't be distracted.
Yes, not a
Yeah.
problem. Not a problem. Yeah. So you can never grow out of it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's your passion.
Yes.
It can never go away.
It can never go out.
No.
So to those that are actually thinking, I'm a rapper and I think
Maybe
I'm
I'm too
growing,
old.
will I ever? I don't think so. I think I agree with you, Michelle, that you don't grow out of it, but what you rather do is strategize and see how you can marry your art, your music,
Very sure.
to something that is, business oriented,
Yes.
something that can stand a test of time.
Yeah.
And to that effect, you are a role model to a lot of women, and
I do my very best.
the young ones particularly.
Yeah.
How is it feel like so far, especially with the lifestyle that we are seeing that is currently happening in the in the city, and we are saying we want to mentor these people, maybe in inverted commas, without actually having to go to them. What word do you have for the ones that are actually wasting their lives out? I'm a female. I have nothing to do. I'm young, and I'm on the market, and life is happening in the city. Which trajectory do you think they should be able to take as you conclude?
I feel like today there's so much influence with social media.
Isn't it? Yeah.
The girl child is feeling like they need to move at the same pace as social media. Let social media not lie to you.
Say that
I'm
again.
telling you.
They feel like they need to move on the same pace
Same
as
pace.
social media.
No, now it's about being this person. It's about having big hips. It's about what?
Yeah.
Look, just like a butterfly, it begins as a caterpillar.
Yes.
It doesn't just grow into wings into that beautiful butterfly.
You say that strongly. Say it again.
Surely, yeah. Slowly but surely,
Yeah.
you are growing. Don't rush. You will definitely crush. That's straight. You're gonna
Absolutely,
crush.
absolutely.
To the girl child out there, take your time.
Wow.
Your time is coming. For me, I wish I could go back. I'll do things very much better. But I know better.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
thank God.
And I think that's a word.
I didn't crush.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
But now the era is different. Social media is killing so much.
Absolutely.
Because you sit there as a little girl at home, you're watching your friend, she's getting on flights, she's getting in different cars. Maybe
Yes.
she has the latest 15 Pro Max.
Yes.
And you're there looking at your phone, I've got this phone.
It's
I'm not gonna
broken
mention
and
phones
it's
because-
been for a long time and it doesn't have this and
we're
that.
mentioning brands.
Yes.
and you're there feeling so like overwhelmed.
Yes.
Your time is not just then.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like a butterfly.
Yes.
Just like a butterfly.
Just
I don't need
like
to
a
say much.
butterfly.
Somebody can
Yes.
just Google what happens with a butterfly.
Yes.
What's the process in roasting?
Yes.
Even a rose. It begins closed up.
Closed up like this.
Really closed.
Yes.
You won't see its beauty.
Yes.
Slowly it begins to open up.
It begins to open up
that's
until it
exactly
shines.
how a woman is.
Wow. Wow.
And
That's
you don't want
profound.
to get to your beauty
That's
and you're
profound.
already dry.
Look at that. That is the word. Look at that. That's fantastic. Women, if you didn't get this one, please, you really need to listen to this conversation and get to this point. You don't want to get to a point when you are supposed to blossom and you're already dry.
You're already dry. And that's what's happening, sadly.
You're already dry.
You're already finished.
You're done.
Dry. The petals
Oh my
are dry. It's just not there.
Wow.
And that's happening. Because whilst you're a bud, you are digging into that bud. You're
Yes.
trying to force it open.
Yes.
That's what the little girls are doing.
Oh my God.
Which is really sad.
Which is very sad.
Yeah.
Is there any advice you'd want to give with regards to what they can do to come out of that so they don't blossom, they don't dry up when they're
Stop
supposed to blossom?
following the next person.
There you have it.
My destination to my success is different from the next person.
Yes.
I could be here competing with
Yes.
you when your success begins tomorrow.
Yes.
Maybe mine is in the next 2 years. I'm here
Absolutely.
competing with you.
Look at that.
Then what's that going to do to me?
It's going to destroy.
Tomorrow you arrive,
Yes.
you're now successful. I'm like, look at her, she's successful.
Look at
What
that.
about
Look
me?
about me.
Starts killing me.
Yes.
That's now me digging into my body.
Oh my God.
You see?
That's profound. That is
Yeah.
really, really profound.
I mean, I can't tell them what they should do,
Yes.
but they should just think about that. Like, honestly, genuinely speaking, I know Wallace Shayal, your mindset is very different, but
Yes.
I feel like we're in an era that we need also as parents
Yes.
begin to talk to our kids.
Absolutely.
Let's not just threaten them all the time, just
Yes.
shout. You know,
Yes,
if
you
kids
know,
even
and they
fail to
lose
open up.
touch.
Yes.
They don't even
So
get
it's
what
not
you're
just
saying. You're
about the girl
shouting.
child, it's also about us,
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
We need to talk to our kids.
Yes.
Like, my daughter is only 6 years old, but I'll ask
Yes.
her, how was school? What happened? What did you go through today? No, this, that, and she's telling me all that,
Wow.
but I'm building a whole relationship between
With
me and
her.
her.
Yes.
I don't want to reach a point where she now starts trying to dig into her bud.
Yes.
You see?
You know?
I want to tell her you're beautiful. If there's a time she came to school, she's like, Mom, there was this girl, she's light, she's what? I said, baby, your complexion is beautiful.
It's beautiful the way it is. Yes.
It's the
yes.
way you are, you're
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes.
And you're still growing up.
Yes.
I said, really? I said, yes.
Yes.
I showed her my
I
pictures.
love
I
it.
said,
Really?
"Sure,
Like, really?"
She got, and I could see she was amazed.
Yeah.
I showed her my pictures when I was there. She's like, this is you? I'm like, yes. And now look at me.
Yes.
She's like, okay. So that's already in their minds.
Absolutely.
Especially us mothers. We have the power to our
Oh
girl
my
child.
God, you can say that again.
Yeah.
And there you have it, of viewers, from Miss Bombshell, the brand ambassador for Umoyo, and has been a brand ambassador for a lot of other amazing brands. And she is on it, and their products, Umoyo, is actually growing. Recently, they won an award. It means that she's
Really?
doing a really, really amazing and fantastic job behind the scenes to be actually able to promote these products. Miss Shell, I would like to thank you for
Thank
coming,
you so much for
to
having
this
me.
podcast.
I felt like we could continue talking for
Absolutely,
the whole
we
year.
have a lot. We have a lot to talk, and I know we'll get to that behind the scenes.
Yes.
And really keep up the good work that you're
I will
doing.
not stop. Thank
To
you
our
so
viewers,
much.
there you have it. This has been a Quality for Growth podcast. We are just having an amazing conversation, which I want all of you to listen to. You know, with Miss Bombshell, she's not only a musician or a rapper, she is a brand ambassador for various aspects of brands. And now we are speaking to her as an Umoyo brand ambassador, which is an award-winning company. So thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, my name is Clara, your host.